Shout out to everybody. Your boy is back. I do want to say this. I did reach out to SVS, and hopefully they end up contacting your boy back and let me know whether or not they're gonna let me review some of these subs. I'm interested in the SB 5000s. I'm saying PB 5000s and the PB 17s. I'm saying, so hopefully they'll get back to me. I did get like an email to message them for stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm kind of thinking about. I like my PB 4000. I do want to say I really love my PB 4000s. I keep getting offers for people to buy them, but then I keep not wanting to do it. You know what I mean? Because they're really good. But I'm wondering am I missing something? It's one thing when you hear all of these different subwoofers and stuff, and in different what do you call it, trade shows, and then it's another thing like when you hear it in-house, so I kind of want to see what those subwoofers sound like, you know what I mean, in home, and there's other manufacturers that I'm reaching out to and stuff like that to see if they're the bee's knees, and who knows, like maybe if I like them I might end up keeping them, you know what I mean. So it is what it is. Shout out to them. Also, Haterade has put out another video. He put out a couple of videos. One of the videos he put out, shout out to him, he cries a lot. He put out an F1 video and he talked about the sound in F1, and can we really trust his opinion on that? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. He also had another video where he's how do you say it? He's talking about pre-calibration before calibration, right? Like EQing before calibration. I'm wondering if that like does anything different. And anybody knows, Haterade dropped a Superman video reviewing Superman, and the review of Superman have a lot of people questioning some things. You know what I mean? One of the things people are questioning is if his calibration is right. Now, I do want to say shout out to K Pacey. He did say he did not take a shot at Haterade, but when you watch that video, kind of looked like you did. For those that don't know, K Pacey did a Superman video, and he was talking about somebody who may have a problem with that movie may need to adjust their calibration, but he's saying that he did not. I do want to say what K Pacey said. He said he's not taking a shot at Haterade. You know what I'm saying? And that is very, smart for you to say, K Pacey, because Haterade will try to sue you. So I don't know. Shout out to Haterade. Also, I do want to ask this question to y'all. You know what I mean? And some people in home theater I've been watching. One of which is Dream Media. I want to know, do y'all trust them? Now, I see Dream Media. They do a lot of interviews with a lot of different people, content creators, a lot of collaborations. And, for the most part, what they do is installs. You get the products from them. They come and they install the products. You can call them and ask them different things, and they can recommend different products to you. The thing with Dream Media, right? When I look at their website for the price, the products that they have, they tend to have a lot of hyperinflated priced products. You know what I mean? Like the most expensive products you can find, it seems to be what they sell. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a good profit margin with those. Not saying that they're just jacking up the price. I'm just saying like the super highly cost products is what they tend to have and show a lot. You know what I mean? So I don't know what y'all think. I've seen them do a couple of installs and they miss some things on some of them, you know what I mean? Or they set things up wrong for some of them. I think one was like a SVS subwoofer where, they don't recommend you plugging up their new subwoofers to like power conditioners or anything. You know what I mean? They kind of want you to just plug it straight up into the outlet because it's capable enough to deal with direct power from the outlet without anything being an interference, because they can kind of get rid of a lot of the noise signal and a lot of things with how they have their DSP and everything set up in their the DSP and the subwoofer and everything like that. So I don't know. They kind of, Dream Media tends to do things wrong like that often. I've noticed. So, do I trust them? I will say, I mean, it's a spot for you to get your products, right? But can you trust them? They are salespeople at the end of the day. Me personally, it's hard to trust salespeople, but let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Me, I look at them with the side eye. If you ask them anything or you say anything on the channel, they always like, contact us if you want installs. Or if you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think. Also, Technodad. Let me know what y'all think about Technodad. Shout out to Technodad. He's got over 100 and something thousand subscribers. He's been grinding in home theater. I actually met him once. I seen him at Expona. I just seen him walking around, going to different rooms. Went in rooms that he was in. He was talking to some of the people that were showing off the products, and I think he was with another guy that may have been reviewing some products or whatever. I didn't talk to him then, but I talked to him at CEDIA 2025, and he seems like a pretty good dude. But you could be a good dude all you want, but can you trust him? Shout out to Technodad. I will say this, though, right? This troubles me with you, Technodad. He tries to sell this thing called Magic Beans, which is like his calibration software stuff. And I think it may work with Denon, products. And he kind of tries to get people to, he hypes up Denon products a lot, and he kind of, to me, it seems like maybe craps on Anthem a little bit. It did look like that. You and your friend, he's got a friend that he does another channel with. And they've got a lot of opinions on Anthem. And the funny thing is, Technodad, I'm pretty sure he's heard a lot of products. I think he even just did a Lindorf review. Shout out to him. He told me that they let him, have a Lindorf for a while for his birthday or whatever. He came out with a Lindorf review. But for the most part, he tends to his audience, and I know more population is going to go with the Denon. You know what I mean? Or like a Yamaha or something like that. But he kind of bolsters up the products that will work really good with his Magic Beans. The other guy that he does the channel with, he's got another channel, seems to not really have heard a lot of things that he has opinions on. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Can we trust them? Y'all let me know down in the comment section below. I will say this, right? Home theater, content creators, one thing you do is you do make money, right? You may have, product and, not endorsements, but you may have sponsorships and stuff like that that may help aid you to make more money. And then you get people who just want to try to make more money after that. You know what I mean? So he's trying to sell his product, his Magic Beans. Is Magic Beans good? I don't know. I've got an Anthem Arc Genesis. I don't know if that would run it. I do have a Denon in the house. Maybe he needs to, just let me see Magic Beans and see if it's all what it's cracked up to be. The real problem I have with Technodad, right? If you look at the room that he's got his speakers set up in, it's kind of like a hollow room, right? And it's like his speakers are like in odd places. He's got, his height channels are on like these, you know what I mean? Like these stands. And it's just really weird how he's got it. Then there's no real soundproofing, you know what I mean? Like nothing has really been done with like this, you know what I mean? To maybe enhance the sound, to get it away from the hollow sounds, you know what I mean? That could be in a room that has nothing in there, right? Like no soundproofing or nothing to stop reflections. So it's like this guy is telling us that Magic Bean sounds better than everything, and he's reviewing all of this stuff, but his room is not necessarily conducive to being the best optimum, to experience like with a movie. And, not everybody's room is going to be optimum. You know what I mean? You can still hear differences with different products and stuff like that. But it just seems to me, Technodad, shout out to you. You know what I mean? It's just a little troubling, that hasn't been corrected. And you've got like over 100,000 followers, and maybe your followers don't care. Like, well, we just rock with Technodad. Is what it is. He's gonna vouch for Denon. You know what I mean? We're gonna rock. We're gonna keep supporting him. But it's very interesting to me that room You know what I mean? Looks like that with speakers, and we're supposed to think. And then, like, he's got a bunch of different type of speakers, right? So the timbre can be off. Sometimes you don't have to always timbre match speakers, and it can still sound good. You know what I mean? Depending on what you got. But his setup just looks a little weird to me. I'm like, I don't know. So can we trust him? You know what I mean? Technodad, I don't know. His subwoofer reviews, I think, are decent. I think he got rid of his PP4000s. He went with a Predator. And he kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know. Can we trust him? He's not my go-to. I'll say that. He's not my go-to. You know what I'm saying? But if there's a new product, maybe there's a bunch of people on and they're talking, I might chime in. He seems like a nice dude, but I don't know. That Magic Beans kind of got me thinking. And then like his partner who's got an Onkyo, right? For some reason, I've had like some arguments in the comment section with them before about products, and the guy just thinks the Magic Beans is like the bee's knees, right? And it's like better than everything. I don't know. It just seems to me they're selling stuff. Like even when they're doing the channel that's got both of them on there and they're talking about things, they just curb the conversation to Magic Beans, whatever they talk about. And it's annoying. You know what I mean? It's a little annoying. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Hater rates got me thinking people sue. I don't want to go too far with it. It's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Shout out to Haterade. Maybe people can go watch your F1 review. Maybe you fixed your system. I don't know. You know what I mean? But let me know down in the comment section. Do you trust them? Technodad and these guys. You know what I mean? At Dream Media. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.